push it like 75 miles, we'll take turns.
So we made it. I think everything's going pretty okay so far. Knock on something. But the checking the diff fluid, that's the last thing we're doing now. I just had to drain some fuel out of it. Had a couple gallons too much, and I don't like changing the weight bias that much. Once you kind of stick with something, you stick with it. So changed the tune a little bit. So we noticed it was real slow from the 60 foot to the 330 yesterday. Normally I'm at least a 3.0. Sometimes I dip into the 2s on a good 60 foot. Well, I was at 315, so pretty slow, and only a 77, I think it was, to the 8th. So we really want to kind of fix that up. We did make 40 pounds at the shift, and then it kind of 37 to 38 throughout the rest. That new stator from 501 is like rock solid. I only had 2.4% slip up top. So even with the increased horsepower, it's really happy up there, and I think that's why we've seen so much mile an hour on such a slow pass. I mean, not slow, but slow compared to what it normally does, especially in the early part of the track. So we kind of modified the that area a little bit, and not having pull as much timing, especially at that 1.2 to 2 second area. We really have a lot more timing in it right now. Not a lot more, but enough to where I think we can really improve that. I'd like to see at least a 3.0, and I'd really like to see a team. The air's a little worse, so again, we don't have, this is going to be our second pass on this setup, so I can't really say our tune-up's going to be right, but it should be closer to get that 3.0 and hopefully a 460 something, and then a 7.0 or better down there. So hopefully everything's okay, and everything just kind of works out pretty well for us. So
we made it. All three of us in quarantine at sick week is like, oh yeah, baby, you can't, like, if everything else goes awry the rest of the week, we'll at least accomplish that, because that's pretty awesome. Gonna do a little bit of maintenance, see if I can address my little bit of an oil leak I've got, clean it up. We're about halfway done getting this switched over for racing, and we're gonna go do one and done, because they're still only doing a punch card for us, so we still gotta make this one count. And I turned it up, splicing it up a little bit, and I'm gonna go full throttle past 5.8 seconds.
I don't believe it until I see it.
I know.
Hoping to have a quick, easy day today, so we'll see how that goes. Hoping to stay in quarantine. Right now, I'm in first, just pure luck. I made a good pass, and a lot of people didn't, and we only had one shot. The guy in front of me broke, so now I'm in first. Hope to stay there, but there's a lot of faster cars than me, so I can't do the math right now, because we got to the hotel at 4:30. Woke up at like 7:30, so pretty tired, pretty wired from caffeine still, but we'll get through it. Got to finish the changeover here, and then as soon as we're done with C, they do some radio prep, we'll slip up there and try to get one and out of here, see what happens.
Checking the canister pressures for the shocks. First set of plugs in it, be ready to go? Gas, tire. Bob's car was idling a little high this morning.
About to draining some catch cans, and just we kind of need a pressure washer, honestly, because the bottom of this car's covered in fluid. Hey Ray. Yeah. You got your little pocket pliers or what?
Yeah. Pocket pliers. You want those?
Geppetto's toolkit. Literally writes itself. Alright, I need both sets.
see how they're doing. I think the car's down on the ground, so we're gonna get the front end on. They called us, and we're gonna go up there.
Well, I was not successful at all of 11-second pass. I didn't even go over the scales. I'm gonna wait for all run, get it wrapped up, and go back again. It left good. Felt like it must have ran over the tire or something. So we're gonna go back to the camera, make some adjustments, probably turn it down a little bit so I can make sure I go down no matter what this next one. Grabbed 2 slits.
Yes.
I was like, give them both. 735 and only 188 too. 117, 960, 315 to the 330, 476 and 151, 735. Now I gotta go fill out this paperwork, turn these slips in. I got my license, my upgrade. It will be good. I won't have to worry about anything ever again. Good.
Not exactly what we're looking for. went at 7:30 something. It went out, it was pretty all right, and then all of a sudden it started breaking up again, and then it almost seemed like it cleared up, but on the way back, number 7 was just completely dead. Get the hood off and notice the spark plug wire is just laying on the ground, or on the side of the head, so like 3 inches from the spark plug. Probably not conducive to making energy into the cylinder, so we're gonna fix it because we have to no matter what, and I think Rick has to run again, so we'll hang out, make another long night, because you know it's what we do. It'll be fun. So we're gonna make sure that's ready to go and get ready for the all run and see what we can come up with. Looks like maybe 7 wire ripped off on the when we turned, so I'm thinking that maybe it's actually number 8 was the coldest plug, but it's typically kind of cold anyways. But we're gonna pull that side out and just kind of take a look at it and see. Probably take all of them, just put all new plugs in everywhere, investigate that wire, the coil, everything again, and yeah, see if we can actually find anything concrete still, and probably attempt another pass, I think. So I'll let you know.
We kind of rushed through the whole cleaning process, and I believe that we didn't do a great job because I had a lot of oil on this line. I think I might have gotten a little bit of my own oil. So we don't know where it's coming from for sure. I suspect these lines, I snugged them up a little bit. So I'm also taking pig mat, I'm wrapping around the fittings to see if if they start to get swell from the inside out, and then we know it's definitely those lines. They're not spraying. I just feel like there's a long-term seep on them or something. It doesn't not dripping while you run. It just accumulates after the long drive. So I got that planned, and then we're just really taking time and really cleaning everything. Mostly on this side, and I believe it's originating from here. Nothing above, nothing in the front. So either rear main or that. I don't know. So we only got another. Let's say we probably get one more shot at it, so we need to make it count.
You use brake cleaner when you're not the one paying for it.
I'm the one paying for it.
Well, no, you are, not me.
Really hoses, man.
Yeah.
Like warm, nice and warm.
Yeah.
What all did we find? We talked about the number 7 spark plug wire falling off. Almost 100% confident that was after I turned, after I shut it off, and you know, just car off. I think it pulled, started back up. No number 7. So I think that was that. So number 8's out again. Well, in the teardown video, you'll see that we had those 2 back pistons, 7 and 8, had some weird piston wear and cylinder wall wear, so we added fuel, 7% fuel on those 2 holes, and pulled a degree of timing out. And we're thinking that maybe we're just flooding those out and causing a misfire, especially with the added humidity today. We're over 60% compared to 30% yesterday. So all new plugs again. So if you want to have a good idea where to put your money in the stock market, I would suggest NGK, because going through a lot of plugs. And then also more new wires. Big shout out to Fire Corps. He's actually going to overnight me another set. And I'll have those tomorrow in Orlando. So he's going in right now to make them, and he's going to get them shipped out today. So pretty excited about that as well. But the car is ready to make another pass. We went at 39. We're going to turn it up on the starting line. That was only a 128 60 foot. we know we can do better, so we're gonna try. And if it spins, at least we have a 39 to turn in. If it doesn't spin, we're good. If it misfires, I'll let out. So, and we'll worry about it another day. So that's what I got so far. So now we're just gonna sit in the shade and wait for the all round.
I toned it down a little bit on the starting line. It should be like a 130, 60-ish or so. And just hopefully, you know, just go. It should have went on the other one. We had another issue, but I think I'm just gonna go A to B, and I'm gonna just try not to lift. So get a nice solid 7-second lick and turn it, slip in, and go. We're not going home. We're to the next one. Hope so. Or else I'll be sad. Real sad. Okay, 773, 151. I lifted early again. I really thought I stayed in a lot longer. So new plan. I'm gonna go to Summit right now. I'm gonna see if they have an LED shift light. And I'm wiring an LED shift light into my ECU that's gonna come on at 7 seconds. Because I can't gauge where to lift. I just can't. It is what it is. It is what it isn't. And that's my fix for that. Because that I'm at for what, a 498, 149 with only a 128 60-foot time. That lazy, that went down a ripper, baby. And it's not, we got so much more left in the tank on this thing too. No ice in the intercooler. I needed that back into the 7-second average, and that should at least keep me in third place. Yeah.
What's broken? Shock's broken.
Oh.
Grab the deck stands.
That's okay, we can fix that. So, broke a shock mount at the top of the track, probably on a bump or something. I have no earthly idea. So, there was a hole above where my shock is fully extended, so we're just gonna, it fits on the hole below it where the mount is, and we're gonna bolt it down and roll with it. So, if it's an issue, we'll find out tomorrow.
So the last pass was a gamble and a throwaway pass. We turned it up. I don't know how much, just some. We turned up 100 RPM and a few more degrees of timing at the hit and throughout, and it spun. The track was not as good as it was on the first hit, but again, we know we needed at least one. But I did let out and just kind of ramp into it so it wouldn't spin, and got it under power and it was not misfiring. So pretty excited about that as well. We pulled the fuel out, or added fuel to it to try to save the cylinder walls, pulled the fuel back out because I'm thinking that it was actually loading it up and causing that issue. So plugs looked absolutely perfect. They're just look brand new. So we're going to keep that tune up for now, other than just changing the starting line depending on what kind of surface and weather we have tomorrow. So we're had some loose bolts on the drive. A nice gentleman was walking by and admiring stuff and noticed we had 2 out of 3 bolts backing out of the balancer drive. That actually the Pro Charger drive, part of the where it bolts onto the balancer. So after we put it all back together, originally after taking the blower off, he noticed that. So we had to take it all back apart again, took them out, Loctited them, put them back in. So hoping all that stays together as well. It's a new thing, so hopefully that doesn't become a thing, but something else for us to check. They're not easy to see, so they're not as obvious, but you got to start somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna finish getting it over and hopefully hit the road and make it in before, tomorrow, and not go straight to the track is the plan. So anything better than that would be ideal. So finish loading up.
Fire right up so fast. A little bit. You think so? Not as bad.
A little there. It's not anywhere near as bad as it usually is.
Well, we'll see how it's getting a leak down. Actually, after this, if
Don't do it until Sunday or something.
Oh, I don't want to get home.
we're cleaning up. We found someone's going to let us use a welder in their backyard, so we're going to
Shout out to Dave Skaggs.
Dave Skaggs.
D&G Chassis.
D&G Chassis,
Thank you.
motorcycle guy. He's going to help us weld our car back together.
Dropped down to 14 minutes.
Not a lot of charging. Actually, no charging. I happened to look once we turned onto this road, and it was like 14.5 or 7 or 3, and all those numbers that aren't 17 or close to. So, I guess we can check the voltage at this just to make sure it's not that solenoid. And it likes idling at 2,000 too. I don't know. Just fun. What's that?
No charge? No charge?
No. I don't know if that lasted longer than I expected or not as long, but I mean, at least we didn't run it while we took it down the track, so that's cool for no reason. We'll have one in Orlando tomorrow.
I think we each push it like 75 miles. We'll take turns. What do you think about spinning around and going back to the track? Because we have no generator gas to recharge this battery either.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's out. We're out of everything.
I didn't know.
We have none in the can, and then the generator's empty.
We can always drain a little bit out of here. I just wouldn't mind getting a little bit of charge in it because I don't know where to turn around at.
Never fails. Never f***ing fails.
when I start it, if we just do that, and because right now it says 15.1, if you just push forward, and let's see what it says. Yeah, it's ice cold, didn't even try. So the plan, I'm gonna take this alternator off. That's what I got so far. We might try to put the other bad one on and see, or we can see if we can make this pulley work on one of the known good ones, which I actually have 2 of those. So I think we're going to take this pulley off and see if we can make it work on the other one. We'll start with that.
I don't know how you do that.
I'm gonna lay back on him after I got up.
Drop something off this.
I'm dipping on it a little bit.
I mean, it's still brand new.
So if we tighten this down on there, it'll hit and not move.
So, well, I'm saying, hear it?
Okay, I understand that. Yeah, can we grind this down? I mean, we're gonna gain another 60 thousandths of engagement.
I mean, we can try it. I'd just rather not all of that go into there. You know what I mean?
Baker's being a chooser right now, and I'm not a big fan of it. Go ahead and drop it on there. I don't know, dude.
If that guy had aluminum welder, we could weld.
Where's the feeler gauges at?
Because really what we need to rely on, and maybe just having the other lock washer would help on it, but gripping whatever nut we put in there into this and making this part of the shaft adhere to this pulley would also help.
What's that?
Like, if we were to use a standard lock washer on this instead of those wave ones, it would help dig into this pulley, and we can even go in here and even score this.
Yeah, I'd just take this and
use the die grind or
that, or like if you have a chisel, just hit it with a chisel, make it rough. Make it rough.
And even.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, no, don't wear it out.
No, I just wanted to feel how much press there was. I was just thinking if we could go one size bigger even.
It slams this brass and the threads with it. Like, the tighter the better at this point.
I know.
I say literally fill that full of JB weld and run it down as hard as we can with an impact gun and throw it on.
Logan the blacksmith.
Got on a bite.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would shoot, you know what I mean? High spots. Yeah, so an anti-vibe hammer and concrete. Concrete. Whoa. Kill the camera. Kill the camera. Kill the camera, Matt. Tom, we need paper towels. Dude, it's all over me. That's mine. Get your own.
I thought you were going to put it inside it with the feeler gauge.
Send her home. Over channel ups.
It was on max, right? Yeah. Well, I'm just saying the nut couldn't fully come off. I'm just saying because if we lose this,
I think you're overthinking it. I honestly do.
yeah, okay, that's fine.
We literally did. If you don't recall, we did this in Orlando last year.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same old. Yeah. So Logan's masterpiece of stuff. We got a piece of feeler gauge wedged in there. We got Loctite. We got a nut that he used a hammer and concrete on to allow it to dig into the aluminum better. We have our fancy bracket for Mr. Mike Long. Check him out. Does amazing work. So we're gonna put this one back on. He made it because this bolt pattern is actually different distances apart, center to center. So he made this so I could run a better alternator. We just had a mishap yesterday, so we just switched back to what we thought would work. However, it didn't. So we're gonna actually put this one back on and carry on. That's all we're gonna do. That's all we can say about that. So we are currently charging with our JB Weld pulley. It seems to be holding, and yeah, no, it's running a little warmer than yesterday, but I think it's just the temperature. So yeah, I think we're all right.
So far, so good. It's running a little warmer than yesterday, but it's also warmer out. It's not hot. It's just about 10 degrees warmer than it was. So no big deal. To figure out what we're doing here.
Probably. Good evening again. We meet you again at a gas station, getting 93 octane. One thing I've learned today is I don't like following Rick because he cannot maintain speed for Bob's just cruising 62. Rick does 51, 68, 52, 59, wherever he wants to go. And yeah, that's just not fun. It's not good when you don't have a working trans fan either to keep your trans cooler or your transmission at a cool temp, because every time you hit the gas and you have 7,000 pounds on a race converter, it just heats up everything. So I might try to make a little switcheroo or fix his turn signals. So I'll just fix it for him so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get a fresh beverage, fresh tank of fuel, and hopefully just keep motoring. We got to top off the rear end. It leaks still. So I have a pinion seal coming tomorrow. Might be the problem, might not. Might fix it, might not. But at least I have the parts and I have a whole gallon of fluid. So we're going to go ahead and top it off now. I don't know if Tom knows that or not yet, but I'm going to tag him in, I think, because he's so good at it. So, yeah, that's all. Okay, leave me alone. I'm going to do it now.
Hello, we're at getting of gas. We have a long haul, a stretch of road, and I get to use my racetrack cup and got my free refill coupon. Tell your boss, I think we're doing okay though. I think we're gonna get in by 1.
Same thing. Steering column moving in and out.
But not come off up again.
Hopefully not true. Oh, God. Hopefully not true. So I started feeling the steering be a little weird again. Just a little bit. So I wanted to just take a gander at it when we could. And yeah, doing the same thing as drag week. So I'm going to jack it up and pop that cover off. Luckily I kept a 12mm wrench to do that. So yeah, gonna see, hopefully we have a nut and it's just loose or not stripped out again. So stay tuned. So we can, hey, you wait your f***ing turn.
Oof. Yeah, no, yeah. What was I thinking? It's 12:30. We got an interview
No
to
F,
do.
just the F word.
This is a kid-friendly episode of something on the internet.
No,
All right,
no f***ing shot.
So
Stop
if you,
it.
hey, we're talking here.
Beep, 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 beep.
So, if you would like to know what I just did, go back and watch day 1 and day 2 of Drag Week. Okay.
You can watch it right here.
Mainly because it didn't get fixed in the downtime.
Well,
because
it got fixed and it worked.
why would Chuck do maintenance when he brings everyone along and we do all the maintenance at beep that out midnight on a drag and drive?
What else are you supposed to do it?
Actually, just end that. Let's do a whole new take on this scene. Let's do a whole new recap on that. Really that one up.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, cut. We need the thing. Can we go to the f***ing hotel now?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.